TXT's Yeonjun dives headfirst into uncharted musical territory with his solo debut EP, No Labels, and he's not chasing anyone's approval. Imagine breaking free from the structured world of a boy band to chase your purest passion for music, no strings attached. That's exactly what Yeonjun of TXT is doing right now, and it's a bold move that's got fans buzzing with excitement and curiosity. At 26, this K-pop sensation first captivated audiences as the eldest member of Tomorrow X Together, TXT, the innovative group from big hit music that's evolved from youthful energy to sophisticated artistry, is prioritizing his authentic voice over fitting into boxes. In a candid late-night Zoom chat from Seoul with The Hollywood Reporter, Yeonjun opens up about his mindset. Instead of bending over backward to satisfy what others might expect, I pour my energy into creating tunes that resonate deeply with me and that I stand behind wholeheartedly. It's a refreshing stance in an industry often driven by trends and fan demands, and it sets the tone for his solo journey. Seeing Yeonjun step out solo feels like witnessing a close friend finally spreading their wings after years of group dynamics. Back in 2019, he debuted with TXT, a group that started with vibrant, teen-inspired vibes, but has since blossomed into young adults exploring mature themes. Their music has grown richer, dipping into various styles, but Yeonjun's personal adventure takes this to a new level with his debut EP, No Labels Part 1. For beginners dipping into K-pop solos, think of this as an artist testing boundaries beyond the group's signature sound, a chance to experiment without the safety net of collaboration. The title No Labels isn't just catchy, it's deeply personal for Yeonjun, symbolizing freedom from categorization. This six-song collection fluidly shifts between genres, from upbeat pop to introspective R&B, without forcing a single storyline. As Yeonjun explains, he wasn't aiming for a grand concept album. Instead, it's his way of sonic exploration, pushing boundaries in ways that might surprise longtime TXT fans. And boy, does it deliver. The tracks are irresistibly hooky, while showcasing impressive depth and innovation. But here's where it gets controversial. In a genre where consistency sells, is venturing into No Labels territory a risky gamble that could alienate some listeners? Or is it the fresh breath K-pop needs? In the interview below, Yeonjun shares insights into his path of self-exploration through this project, the innovative twist he added to the music video, and his unapologetic attitude toward mixed reactions. Let's dive in. What made this the perfect moment to drop your inaugural solo EP? I've long dreamed of putting my personal tales and sounds out there for the world. Following the launch of my initial mixtape, Goom, I felt a surge of assurance in sharing my creations. It hit me that this was essential, so I dove right in without hesitation. For those new to the music scene, mixtapes like Goom are often artists' low-stakes testing grounds, building confidence before a full EP. And it clearly worked wonders for Yeonjun. On the sound front, this EP marks a fresh chapter for you, which is thrilling to hear. Did that shift bring any nerves, or were you deliberately venturing into styles you'd hold back on in TXT? It wasn't a calculated choice per se. Since this is my solo venture, I wanted to infuse it entirely with my narratives and essence, capturing 100% of who I am. That's what shaped the album into its unique form. And this is the part most people miss. Solo projects allow idols like Yeonjun to peel back layers that group activities might gloss over, revealing a more vulnerable, experimental side. You played a big role in lyric writing for nearly all the tracks, and even contributed to composing some. What drove you to get so hands-on creatively? Sure, I could take a ready-made track and mold myself to fit it, but where's the thrill in that? I find it far more rewarding to craft the words, build the melody, and weave my own story. Skipping that chance through music would feel like a missed opportunity. During the lyric writing, composing, and performance creation, I truly uncovered my core self. It was an enlightening voyage of expressing who I am at heart. Imagine it like journaling set to beats. For aspiring songwriters, this hands-on approach turns music into therapy and discovery rolled into one. Did this project bring any stress? It's your first release apart from TXT, where you always have bandmates for support. Owing solo meant handling everything yourself. How did that feel different? To start, the workload was intense on a practical level. I was scripting lyrics, contributing to compositions, designing choreography, approving moves, and guiding the visual direction. Personal downtime? Barely any, and that was challenging. Looking back though, the whole ride was exhilarating. It almost felt like reliving a vibrant phase of youth, full of energy and growth. For fans, this highlights the grueling, behind-the-scenes reality of solo artistry. No shared burdens, just pure individual drive. What inspired you to weave multiple songs into a single music video? The trio of tracks, Coma, Let Me Tell You, and Talk to You, are standout pieces I adore. I craved a novel approach, something beyond the usual single-song video. We filmed it, and I'm confident the outcome will blow minds. It's set to be visually stunning and dynamic. In K-pop, where MVs are mini-movies, this multi-song format is like a greatest hits teaser, packing more punch but risking overload for viewers. It's a clever fusion of visuals and sound. Was the goal to build a cohesive story, or did it evolve naturally? Not exactly a linear tale or album-spanning narrative. Instead, I focused on selecting performances, images, and clips that matched each song's vibe, resulting in an anthology-style video. Think short films strung together. It keeps things fresh without overcomplicating the plot. And here's a teaser. Could this experimental style redefine how we consume K-pop visuals? Or is it just a flashy gimmick? You co-compose the title track, Talk to You. Does crafting the music from scratch make it feel more intimate? It doesn't have to be straight from your life story, but I bet it embeds more of your personality. Absolutely, not every track mirrors my biography. Sometimes you step into a character's shoes and narrate from there. For Talk to You, it wasn't directly about my experiences. Rather, I drew from observed stories, overheard snippets, and bits of my own life to imagine a scenario. It became a creative exercise in storytelling through sound. This method lets artists like Yeonjun explore empathy, turning songs into windows into hypothetical worlds. A subtle art that adds layers for listeners to unpack. You mentioned the tight schedule left little room for breaks. Did you have creative allies to bounce ideas off, or anyone you confided in for feedback? I didn't really seek out support in that way. Time was too scarce for consultations. I powered through solo, which meant endless reflection. That solitude taught me volumes, stirred deep emotions, and helped me forge the project independently. In the end, it spurred tremendous personal development. No external sounding boards, but the experience was profoundly enriching. Bold take. In an era of constant collaboration, is true solo growth better achieved in isolation, or does it risk burnout without a team? The EP's name, No Labels, carries weight. What does it represent for you? No labels is an empowering mantra that fueled my self-assurance. Reflecting on pre-album me, I question if I embodied that freedom from definitions. Honestly, there were phases I didn't. This project deepened my self-awareness. It was a quest to understand my true identity. Now I'm nearer to that label-free ideal than ever. It holds immense personal value, and through it, I've evolved into a more authentic version of myself. For beginners, no labels here means rejecting rigid genres or expectations, like an artist refusing to be pigeonholed. Liberating, yet potentially divisive in fan circles. We've chatted with TXT about group dynamics before, but as a solo creator, your perspective must differ. You can't control how audiences interpret you or your art, which is tough, but you've invested so much heart into this. How do you envision being seen as a performer? It'd be amazing if the album clicks with tons of people, but inevitably, some won't vibe with it. Public perception of me or my work isn't my top priority. Over chasing universal approval, I commit to producing music I genuinely adore and trust. That's where real fulfillment lies for me. In the end, I hope to come across as an artist who creates on his own terms, unfiltered and true. Yeonjun's fearless embrace of no labels challenges the K-pop norm of polished perfection. But is prioritizing personal passion over mass appeal sustainable in such a competitive field? What do you think? Does this solo debut redefine artistry, or does it set unrealistic expectations for other idols? Share your takes in the comments. Love it, hate it, or somewhere in between? Let's discuss.